Ciao a tutti, it's Aram, and today we finally have tier list 3.0 because a lot of things have changed. It's also easy views, but yeah, a lot of things have changed. And to talk about it, I'm gonna start with the tier 1 decks first because I have a lot of stuff to talk about. So tier 1, we have at this is time I'm using the concise tier list because I feel like it makes a little bit more sense now. Where are the others? Geargias, we have Geargias, we have Mermels, and yeah, that was it. But until recently, well, now I think spellbooks are also in tier 1. And this isn't the order. Okay, I'll just... At this moment, I think this is the top 4 decks of the format. Let me explain this. Okay, so for the last 3 months or so, Mermels have taken over. A lot of the hat players just dropped at and started playing mostly Mermels. And yeah, the thing is, like, Mermels have pretty much a 50-50 matchup versus at, and have a great matchup versus Geargias. Meanwhile, the other top 3, let's put spellbooks out of the picture for now. The rest of the matchup spread is like Mermel at is 50-50. Mermel Geargia is heavily favored in Mermel's advantage, and Geargia is heavily favored versus at. So like already in the rock paper scissors dynamic, Mermel comes out on top between all 3, and yeah, so and also I was seeing a lot more representation, but like, you know, for a while it was like a fifth of the people in the tournament played Mermel, a fifth played at, a fifth played Geargias, and the rest played other stuff. However, after the last couple of months, people just stopped playing at. And after most people started agreeing that Mermel was best deck, and because of that, spellbooks rose up, and they had a very big showing this last DCT, Duelist Crown Tournament, where there were 4 spellbook pilots, and 3 of them got top 8, and 2 of them were the 2 finalists, and Geargias still saw a lot of play, but not as much Mermel, and at had like one. There was like 1 cat and 1 fat, I think, in the whole tournament. And like even in the last Mortal Attack Monthly, there were only 2 at pilots, and I think only 1 of them was cat. So like, yeah, the reason I'm putting spellbooks at number 3 over Geargias is that just Geargias' only good matchup in the tier 1 is at, and it's at the moment the least played at the moment, because like I'm not willing to like the thing that at is not best deck was like a thing like ever since pretty much the tier list 2.0, which was pretty much outdated on release. It was a thing since then, but like spellbooks is a lot more recent, and I'm not willing to jump the gun so much as to drop at below number 2. But I am willing to put Geargias down because like they just have a really poor matchup spread versus the rest of the tier 1s, because like, yeah, they have a great at matchup, but they have a terrible Mermel matchup, and they auto lose to spellbooks pretty much, because like even versus Mermels you still have the floodgates in the side deck, so sometimes you can just steal wins off that. But versus spellbooks, like it's gear or bust pretty much versus spellbooks, or they break, which is not the most likely thing to happen. So yeah, meanwhile, like, I'm putting spellbooks in 3rd place because not many people are playing at. If people pick the at back again, I think spellbooks will probably go back to 4th place like they used to be. But you know, not a lot of people are just playing artifacts, and that's really great for spellbooks because that's just the deck's worst matchup. But because like besides that, they have a great, they have a pretty much free Girgia matchup, and they have a very strong Mermail matchup. So yeah, that's tier 1 decks. If you only cared about the tier 1s, you can click off the video. Now, for the rest, we're just gonna go in order, but before we do that, for now, I don't think there is a tier 1.5. Like, the number 5 deck is above the other tier 2s, but I don't feel like having a tier just for one deck. So, yeah, I'm just putting it in first place of tier 2. But yeah, okay, so, start with agents. Casual. Don't think it will ever top even with artifacts. Archfiends. Casual, but I don't know the deck well enough. Artifacts, pure, casual. Baby Raccoons, casual. Boxers, probably mid-rogue. Probably. Actually, no, low rogue because they auto-lose to spellbooks. Yeah, Boxers had their spot in the meta, but now, yeah, no, I'm not really feeling it. Blackwings, casual. Boogies, tier 2. And because of extra power, the deck has seen a lot more tops recently. Like, it's been consistently topping. It has a great Mermail matchup and a solid Girgia matchup. It's just really weak to artifacts and auto loses to spellbooks. So keep that in mind. But it's not really weak, it's just like the artifacts matchup is not the greatest. However, because artifacts are seeing less play, artifact counters are seeing less side deck play. But spellbook counters are also detrimental to Boogies. Because, like, yeah, Boogies is like weak to, I think, Imprisoning Mirror, or it's weak to Cycle Reader and Crow. It's also weak to DNA Transplant and Imperial Iron Wall, so, like, there's no real winning here. When it comes to the side deck, they're always just weak to side deck stuff. Chainbeat, casual for now. Chainburn, I have to put in mid-rogue because it just recently got its second top. So, like, yeah, it's a solid rogue deck. Chronomalies, casual. Constellars, tier 2. I don't think the deck is as good as I thought it was. However, there is a silver lining in that one, more spellbooks equals artifacts better, and more importantly, two, more Maxi in the main deck is good for Constellars because Maxi is like, compared to other mid-range decks, Constellar is the one that cares the least about Maxi when you compare it to stuff like Mythic Rulers or Madolches or rank 4 decks. Yeah, because like Pollux is Pollux and Sombra don't special summon the normal summon additionally, so like Max is better versus artifacts than it is versus Constellars, and Maxi is not that good versus artifacts. So yeah, that's very nice. Cyber Dragons, I'm gonna put still in High Rogue, simply because like nobody's playing it, so it hasn't been proven to flop. Oh, also, fuck, forgot. Yeah, I should have. Because I'm not talking about all the variants, I should speak about the variants of the tier 1 decks. Mermails, best deck. Nimble Mermails, summon in tier 2 alongside the other combo decks. Because on a similar level to like Hieratic Ruler, that is where I'd put Nimble Mermail. Because actually, we'll talk about this at the end of the video, so I have all of the stuff placed, so it's easier to place them imaginarily. Yeah. We have Dark Bolts, low rogue, because like they have a lot of potential power but they are just very inconsistent. And I'm also gonna put Fables in the same tier where like their power is enough that they could top, they just need a lot of luck to do so. A lot of luck. Dragonite is casual. Nobody really knows what to do with the deck without freaking the field spell, Dragon Ravine Band. Evil Swarms tier 2. I gotta put Evil Zors in Midrogue because they topped. I don't think it's very good though. So yeah, I'm gonna put it casual. Chamber is just a lot better as an alt win con. Fire Kings, low rogue, it's kinda okay. Frogs, mid rogue, it's a good OTK deck. Gadgets also mid rogue, it's a good rank 4 deck. And the thing about rank 4 decks is they are a lot better now because Mermal has an inherent weakness to rank 4 decks because of Dweller. Then we have Gagagas. I'm gonna put them in casual for now. The deck profile is coming out whenever I get whatever staples I forgot, since I kinda didn't. I kinda changed the list a little bit and I don't have all of the staples for it. But yeah, Gem Knights, casual, deck sucks. Ghost Tricks, I'm gonna put in Midrogue. Mostly Ghost Trick artifacts. Pure Ghost Trick sucks, but like Ghost Trick artifacts and Ghost Trick spirits are good. Just this is mostly for Ghost Trick artifacts. I'm gonna count Ghost Trick spirits in with spirits. Because like the Ghost Tricks are a lot more important than Ghost Trick artifacts because you have like tribute stuff. But whether in spirits they're just an engine for grave stuff and stalling and shit. Gimmick Puppets, I'm gonna put in low rogue because they got 4/2 once. Gishki, should have probably added 4-axis Gishki because it's quite a little different. I'm gonna put it in midrogue because like 4-axis Gishki is kinda okay if you get paired up versus a lot of Mermels. Like Necropants got 4/2 with 4-axis Gishki. Regular ass Gishki is probably in low rogue, but like it's okay. Could do stuff. 4-axis Gishki is what I played in the April Fool's video, by the way. What I played in the April Fool's video was an April Fool's version of it with spellbooks and stuff, and it's not to be taken very seriously. But I will profile 4-axis Gishki eventually. Just need a couple of cards, I think. Yeah, I just need one card. Then we have Gladiator Beasts. I'm gonna put it in low rogue because it's just kind of a weaker version of those rank 4 / Farfist decks. Go-Go-Go's I'm actually gonna put in low rogue. I like the deck, and it's a solid rank 4 deck, which is good in this meta because of Mermels. Gorgonics aren't a deck. Gravekeepers. Yeah, for now I'm gonna put them in casual. Necrovalley is just not very good this format. Gustos I'm gonna put in. I'm gonna put it in low rogue because if the opponent doesn't know how to play versus it, it can win out of nowhere. Can cheese out wins. Harpies. Honestly, they kinda alright right now because artifacts are seeing the least amount of play they've ever seen, and it's a rank 4 deck, which is great this right now. You know what? Yeah, RPs are alright. Never thought I'd say this. Okay. Might consider running this just for the heck of it. If at stonks stay down. Next we have AC Flames. I don't even know what the deck does. Heraldic Beasts, I'm gonna put it in mid-rogue. It's basically like just gadgets, but a little less consistent, but they have a bit more explosive. Kinda. They have Lightning Chidori and they have more copies of Soul Charge, but their Soul Charges are not as strong as gadgets. Then we have Hieratic Rulers. Very strong deck, in my opinion. It's one of the best combo decks of the format. There's an argument for it being the best deck, because like it doesn't care as much about going first as the other combo decks. And it also has like kind of a weird thing where like all of their summons, special summons, are inherent, so you cannot stop them with you can't chain Max C to them. Deck still's weak to Max C, but like that's definitely a plus for it. But the main problem with it is that it's very breaky compared to like Infinities. Next we have Elmos. I'm gonna put it in casual. Infinities, Pick of the Devil, or the Archfiend, I guess. Yeah, Infinities. Finally, someone topped with them again after like 6 months without a top. The deck is still amazing if it goes first, as long as it doesn't get Max Seed. The thing is, it's not very good going second, especially compared to Hieratic Ruler, but like it can work out sometimes depending on what the opponent has. They don't have too many stuff to negate Exiton, is okay in going second, but yeah, that's you're just banking on that really. Inzektor's, yeah, probably mid-rogue. Like, honestly, maybe not because of spellbooks. Like, I don't think the spellbook matchup is very good. I don't know. I haven't seen Inzektor versus spellbook play out, so I'm not sure. Karakuris, I'm gonna put in mid-rogue. This is pure Karakuris. I'm gonna talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Karakuris here, but like pure Karakuris, kind of decent. Honestly, like they can very consistently end on like Leo, Felgrand. They can somewhat consistently end on Leo, Felgrand, and Dracosac plus a draw 2 or 4. So like purely. Yeah, it's good. It's not very good going second, but yeah, if it goes first, it's pretty decent. It's more consistent than Dark Worlds. It's kind of like Dark Worlds, but it's more consistent. Pure Karakuris. Yu-Gi-Oh! Karakuris would be at the bottom of tier 2. Maybe I'm just terrible at playing, but I did really poorly with it. And yeah, the thing is like Yu-Gi-Oh! Karakuri has a worst matchup versus all of these decks except maybe spellbooks compared to regular Yu-Gi-Oh! So yeah. Next we have Quakimerus. Quakimerus stonks on the rise. Pretty good deck versus Mermals. Versus Cat is good if you open Diamond Core and post heading you have Heavy Storm, so that's good. It's good versus Mermals because you have rank Force and you are an aggro deck, so versus Cat, if you have the Diamond Core, you are immune to artifacts for the turn. Then we have versus Spellbooks. It's a lot rougher, but it kind of depends on if you can get to Tensu. But like in general, they cannot really deal with Fate because they only have one summon, and if that gets stopped, unless you have Tensu or are playing the Call of the Haunted build, but even the Call of the Haunted build, like the stuff gets banished, so it's a rough matchup in my opinion. And then Geargias are a good matchup because all of your stuff runs over armor, so yeah. Laval's, I'm gonna put him in midrogue. Kind of get the benefit of being like amazing in 2 spellbooks because like they have free MST pushes for days, so like even then Fate is not that strong, and they have artifacts. I'm talking about level artifact when I talk about level because it's the best build. Next up, what do we have? Let's see. Light Sworns. Gonna put it in at the bottom of. Nah, gonna put it in top of High Rogue. Light Sworns just keep falling off. No, like it's like Lightsworn Ruler are a sack deck, but it's a worse sack deck than Infernities or Hieratic Rulers. Chaos Sworn is a mid-range deck, but as a mid-range deck, it's just worse. A mid-range combo, but it's just worse Mythic Rulers because like they can't play Skill Drain, they are less consistent. So yeah, kind of have no point really. And well, there's also Artifact and Artifact Replics, but you know, just Cat is better, you know. Next up we have Madolches. Still looking for a good list. Yeah, like deck has potential, but nobody has really solved the deck yet. Magical Explosion, it's casual. Handers is gotta put it in mid-rogue just because it's a rank 4 deck that I think is good into spellbooks. Let me double check the effects real quick because no, never mind. If you they can just fate the first summon and you can't use it. It's not like Chaos or Pollux. It's an ignition effect. So yeah, that sucks, but still it's good versus Mermals. Then we have Malefics. I put them in low rogue. Yeah, it's like fine, I guess. It's like a fine deck. Mega Phantom Beasts, casual. Melee Turbo, casual. Slash Plant Synchro Mythic Ruler. You know, it's the only deck I will put in tier 1.5 right now. Very, very strong deck. But, you know, doesn't see too much play right now. And it's like, not like amazing, but, you know, it could rise to tier 1 one day. Maybe. Just right now I don't feel comfortable to do that. So for now it's like top of tier 2. Ninjas, honestly, like, yeah, probably mid-rogue. Because like they're kind of decent into, like they are. It's easier to set up your lock versus Mermals than it is versus Cat. Actually, no. Low rogue, the deck auto loses to spellbooks. Like seriously, it can't do shit to spellbooks. Don't have any floodgates really. Don't have any protection versus Fate. Yeah, low rogue. Noble Knights, low rogue, deck sucks. Ojamas, casual sucks. And we have Psychics. I'm gonna put it in low rogue, not casual, because they have access to Naturia Beast, and that's a lot stronger right now than it used to be. Roxanne, casual. Also, like, Leo is a fine card versus Mermals. They have to go into their own Leo, pretty much, to out it. Scraps. Low rogue, maybe, I guess. Maybe. No, casual. It's a casual. For now, it's casual. 6 Sams. Honestly, they kinda are alright right now. I think it's good into spellbooks because they can make Naturia Beast. It's probably okay versus Mermals. Like even going second versus spellbooks, Six Samurai has like Elder, and it can use that to just extend. So the Elder kinda makes the matchup good. And also like Kageki just being an on normal summon effect really buffs the deck. It's a lot harder to just hit Fate well, really. That's what I'm trying to say. And yeah, it's good into spellbooks. It's passable into Mermals, I guess. No, actually no. They can just marksman it. They can just have infantry any boss monster you make. But still, like it's good. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in mid rogue for now. It's like it's mid, it's rogue. Nobody really cares where I put it between mid rogue and low rogue. Next we have spirits. Both spirit hands and spirit ghost tricks. Well, many right now it's mainly spirit hands because it has a lot better of a matchup versus Mermals. Like I think Ghost Trick Spirit is probably a little bit better into spellbooks, but whatever. Like yeah, it's probably the best mid-range rank 4 deck of these besides Fire Fist based decks, if you count them as mid-range rank 4 decks, which I don't. It's more like Fire Fist is control and Kokimaru is aggro. But like, you know, Spirit's good mid-range rank 4 deck, can make a mean Dweller. Well, they can just make Dweller and Mermals kinda fold. Sylvans, low tier 2, sorry. Low tier 2. You know, Spiral could prove me wrong, but I need to kinda understand his build. You know, Mermal being best deck is kinda alright because you can use Rivalry of Warlords versus them somewhat effectively. It's just that it's the worst of the combo decks, really. Synchron's casual. Pure Sharp Tricks is not a deck. Tribustan, low rogue. Doesn't do shit versus spellbooks, really. Utopia, not a deck. Wind Up sucks. Worms. I'm gonna put it in mid rogue for now. I don't see Mermals rising up and spellbooks also rising up as a good thing for it. Has a much better matchup into at, really. So yeah. Next we have Axe Sabers. Actually, you know, low rogue they can make not beast. Next we have, and also less artifacts around me, so Hyunlei is a bit better, but still Abyss Lane, Abyss Sphere, so not that good. Zombies, low rogue, it's fine. Heroes, casual, I guess. Yeah, probably casual. Farfists, I'm gonna put in high rogue. They have a very strong, well, they have a good Mermal matchup. That's about it. They have a, so that's kind of stonks up. They also have a decent Girgia matchup technically. You know, besides that, like, the Ath matchup is bad. Spellbook matchup is very bad. Like Fire Tricks can be pretty solid. They have a decent Mythic Ruler matchup simply. Depends, kind of. If you go first, you have a really big advantage because you have bottomless with 3 Mermal heals, so that's nice. Yeah. Besides that, it's kind of hard to move like Draco's but like besides with like Tiger King, but like the main benefit of Fire Tricks is that like it's really consistent. So sometimes you just win because the opponent breaks and you don't. More often than a lot more decks, so that kind of buffs the deck. Stun is not a deck. What's are just worse handers. And Electromana, whatever this guy, Electromotic is not a real deck. Okay, let's talk about the variants. Mermal is here. Nimble Mermal is about where Hieratic Rulers are, my opinion. Because like, even if it's a combo deck that's very weak to Maxi, at the end of the day it's still Mermal, so it's solid. Gyurgakuri is tier 2, low tier 2, because like just has a worse matchup spread versus everything. Besides like Mythic Rulers, I guess. Here in tier 1 we have Cat. Hat will be right here between about where Bujins are. I would place Hat. Fat is somewhere in Hyrule, probably worse than Fire Tricks because it's a lot less consistent. Other Fire Fist builds like +1 Fire Fist and 3.5 Axis Fire Fist will probably be in mid rogue or low rogue. More likely mid rogue. Then we have like Worm builds are here. Eat will be about here, right, and Atsworn will be about here, also Cat with a K about here. Zombie World is probably here. Not sure. I don't know. Next we have Spellbooks. The world build is somewhere in tier 2. I'm not sure where. People aren't playing it anymore, so I don't know. Gyurgia, I talked about Gyurgakuri already, but the tier 1 build is mostly, the one I'm talking about is mostly like stuff like Ultra Plants list with the hands and DD Crows in the main deck. If you don't do that, it's somewhere in tier 2 probably. Then we have Synchro Infernity sucks, Pure Hieratic sucks, Pure Constellar sucks, Madolche, all of the Madolche variants, I'm gonna put it here, I don't care. Spiral's list of Sylvans can probably be classified as a separate variant, and I'm just gonna put it here because like whatever, it's the bottom of the tier. Chaos Sworns would be here, and Light Sworn Rulers would be here. Yeah. Okay, that's it from me. That's all. Leave a like, join the Discord, leave a comment, like good shit, and goodbye.